question is, how do you and your husband end a fight? The question is, how do we end a fight? How do I get my kids to like books?
If that's what people on this channel think,
oh my gosh, why do people think that?
we have given them the wrong impression.
How do you balance your eating without counting calories and still enjoying meals with your family? Do they want to see us fight on camera? That's a horrible idea. What are you doing here? Did you guys want a video today? I don't really plan anything. I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna ask on Instagram the things that you really wanna know, and we'll just answer them today. Do a little vlog style, haven't done one of those in a minute, in a while, in a long time. And I think we're gonna start with something super juicy. The best day of the week for grocery markdowns. Okay, not juicy, but important information that everybody wants to know. If you wanna get in on the next Q&A, questions, or if you just want to see more shenanigans, I am over on Instagram at FrugalFitMom6. If you want to go follow me there, let's talk about best day of the week for markdowns. Honestly, at my store, there is no best day of the week. It's better to go in the morning than the afternoon. At my stores, they tend to mark everything down about 8 or 9 in the morning. If you go at 7, they're not going to be there. But I've gone in about 9, 9:30, and I'm watching them with the clearance like sticker gun, choo, 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 and they're marking down things in front of me. The best thing you can do is just go talk to the people in your store, the meat counter and the produce guy. And you just say, hey, when is the best time to come in for markdowns? Like, what time of the day do you guys do markdowns? Every store is gonna be different, so I recommend just asking them. How do I get my kids to like books? And I have these boys here because they feel differently about books. So my first answer is all kids are different. Some are naturally inclined to appreciate books, and some are not. And it's not that they don't like books, it's that they'd rather be out socializing, right?
Yeah.
Yes. Did I do anything special to make you like books?
No.
Do I do anything special to help you like books?
Yeah, and it still doesn't work. Bribery.
I do not either
I'm just
bribe you.
kidding.
Don't you think audiobooks
I love audio.
work much better?
I like books, but I hate reading.
But you don't like the process of
I don't-
reading.
yeah.
So for some kids, audiobooks I think work really, really well. And also, if they're reading, pretty much who cares what they're reading? Like if he wants to read Bad Kitty, right, which is way under his ability
I like
level.
Diary of a Wimpy Kid.
Diary of a Wimpy Kid, way under his ability level. But dude, whatever. If he's reading an actual book, I don't care. Let them read it if they enjoy it. This question is, would I do more vlog style videos? Well, here you go. This is my normal life. We're packing for a backpacking trip. We've got like hammock. We're checking the tarp size. We're checking the packing list. I've got clean clothes drying right here. It's chaos, I tell you, chaos.
Welcome to the real world. It sucks. You're gonna love it.
So I thought today I would just take you along as we go about the day vlog style in what we're doing. So obviously we're getting ready for the backpacking trip. I've been running through laundry. I have a like trail running race that we're gonna be doing in a few days. I actually really like this question, tips for not eating out ever. I have 2 tips. Number 1, live in a small town where the restaurants are not appealing. Number 2, learn to cook. If you learn a few like key dishes and cooking skills, eating out 100% loses its appeal. You just don't even want to do it. What is my favorite breakfast? I thought I would answer that. Well, we get lunch for the kids. Lunches here are fast and easy. So I have some leftover soup right here, some leftover homemade Lunchables I pulled out, and I did cut up a watermelon. So I got all of these out for the kids to be like, heat up some soup, eat this watermelon, eat these like crackers and cheese. My favorite breakfast is salty. I prefer salty breakfasts over anything else. So I'm a big fan of like eggs, toast, bacon, hash browns. Okay, I am trying to be a lot better about making my bed. So I thought I would come in here with you guys, and I thought it would be the perfect time to talk about something I get questions about a lot, and that is my mattress. I've had my Helix mattress now for a couple of years. That's the mattress I have on this bed right here. And yes, I love it as much as I say that I do. Helix is sponsoring today's video. Helix makes premium mattresses and bedding to fit your lifestyle and your budget. So all you have to do is go to their website. You take this quiz, it takes almost no time at all, and then they tell you which mattress is gonna work best for you. Sleep is like the #1 most important thing to me. Having a quality mattress contributes hugely, is that a word? to the amount of sleep that I get, which translates directly into the kind of mom I am, the kind of wife I am, the kind of friend I am, daughter, sister, etc. When I was originally shopping for a new mattress, you know, you have to replace them every so often, every 10 years, 20 years, depending on who you are. I was going into mattress stores. First of all, it's super inconvenient. Number two, oh my gosh, the prices. They were $4,000 and $5,000 for these mattresses, and I couldn't wrap my head around it. And they were gonna charge me a delivery fee. Crazy town. But with Helix, they're delivered right to your doorstep, wrapped up in a box. You bring it inside, you cut open the packaging, floop, floop, and your mattress is there and done. Because you can't try it out like in a store, they're gonna give you a 100-night sleep trial. And if you don't like it for any reason, they will make it up to you. They have financing options, payment plans, and different lines of beds that will fit your budget and your needs. So you can get a more budget-friendly bed. You can really invest if that makes sense for you, and get the Luxe line. The one I ended up with is the Sunset Luxe. It is the softest mattress that they make, which is perfect for me. I love to just sink into a bed. But if you need one that's a little more firm than that, they have that available as well. My friends, I would not be telling you about the Helix mattress if they didn't hook my viewers up with a deal. So if you go to the first link down in the doobly-doo below, it's helixsleep.com/frugalfitmom, they're gonna give you 20% off of your Helix mattress and 2 free pillows. They're fluffy, they're delicious. My friends, you are going to want those pillows. In fact, I take my Helix pillows and put them in my car when I drive and travel somewhere so I can use my own and not the ones that are provided. That's how great they are. One more time, it's the first link down in the doobly-doo or in the comments if you want to pick up that deal, 20% off of your Helix. Thank you to Helix. And let's get back to the rest of the video. And because we are in my room right now, I just wanted to say, like, look at me trying to decorate my room. Look, I have a pop of color with a throw. Well, here's what happened. I got throw pillows for my bed so it would like look pretty. They're from Amazon. Did you know that they only come with it's just the cover? It's not actually a pillow. This is me trying to decorate. Total fail. Wow, so sad. Welcome to my closet where I only wear 20% of what's hanging up right here. That's what my friend Dawn says, and spoiler, she's right. Part of the reason I have so much of this is because of the seasons and the hobbies that I have. So let's talk about hiking in cold weather. I have this base layer. I got it on clearance for $6. It's this brand at some outdoor store. This is like my favorite go-to base layer because it's so thin. This one is a fleece lined base layer from Lulu, I know, but also got it on clearance. So I think this one was about $30. This is one of my favorite base layers as well. And when I put the two together, like now we're really talking. And going along with that, I am obsessed with the Columbia with the Omni Heat underneath. I have 2 of these. You may have seen me wear this one in videos, this camo one. I got it from the Columbia outlet, but look, like this reflects your body heat back at you because this is not waterproof. You can put a rain jacket on top of that, make it waterproof, a shell, whatever. I love these fleece lined leggings, 90 degree by Reflex, fleece lined leggings. You could just get them off Amazon, multiple colors. I find them true to size. I'm a small, I wear a small. I tried to get the medium thinking they wouldn't be as stretchy and they were too big. And then if I need a waterproof shell on top, I'll pick up one of those. And leading into that is the question, how do I find hikes and my favorite hiking gear? I love to talk to my friends and you know, they've done a hike, I've seen it. I look at their hikes on Strava and I'm like, oh, what a great idea. I should do that one. Another 2 ideas, All Trails, fantastic resource for finding hikes, downloading maps when you're in the backcountry, Trail Forks as well. Those are 2 of my favorite apps to find amazing things. And as far as gear goes, clothes are number 1, shoes are number 2. I've been really enjoying my Dynafit trail running shoes and my water purifier. Let me show that to you. This is my water purifier. I picked it up off of Amazon. Amazing, can't recommend it enough. It packs up super small, and I got so much heat from posting like drinking water from a mountain stream out of this. People were like, you're gonna get sick from the water. No, it's a water purifier. It's like the easiest to use, you guys. I like this better than a Life Straw, honestly. Did anyone ever tell me that I would be great at broadcast journalism? No. Do Lauren and I ever work out together? Not anymore. She actually lives pretty far from me. Number 2, we have vastly different goals. vastly. She will not come run with me. She will not come bike with me. And I can't lift as heavy as she can lift right now. If you don't know, my sister's a bodybuilder. Here's her Instagram if you want to go check it out. She's doing national shows right now. Her eating is very specific. Her workouts are very specific. And then I'm training for like an ultra marathon running and a mountain bike race. So our goals do not align at the moment. It is taken on the hike to Goat Lake in the Sawtooth Wilderness in Idaho. One of my top 10 all-time favorite hikes. I did a couple of reels on the hike up to Goat Lake. It's gnarly, you guys. That last mile, you climb like 1,000 feet in a mile. It's gnarly. If you have unfit people or people with bad balance, I would not take them on that hike. Otherwise, can highly recommend. My head's cut off, of course. How do you balance your eating without counting calories and still enjoying meals with your family? Maybe people feel like you have to count calories like your entire life, and that's not true. There was a time where like I was a high school and college athlete. When I stopped being an athlete at that time, I put on a ton of weight because I made stupid food choices like eating tubs of frosting and chips with queso like all the time while watching 90210, okay?
Check it out, jam crackers. There we go.
So there's a time in your adult life where you realize, okay, maybe I should pay attention, maybe I should exercise a little bit more. I went through that process, lost the weight, and in that process, I did count calories because it was the most effective way for me to lose weight. Here's what happens when you count calories for a really long time is you just know what's in stuff. These are just things you learn over time. So I don't have to track calories or macros really anymore because I have a really good sense of what that is. Secondly, I will say that when you cook at home, and I mean cook at home with minimally processed foods, those things kind of take care of themselves. For example, I'm gonna show you what we're having for dinner tonight. So I pulled out a bunch of steaks from the freezer. I'm just gonna season these with salt and pepper and grill them, okay? This is my protein and fat for the meal. I also have these clearance salad kits. I love to have like a green veg or something on the side. So these are pretty small for my family. So 2 of them will fit the bill. Next, I'm gonna do a side of potatoes. Potatoes in and of themselves are not bad. There's nothing wrong with these. It's the bacon and butter and sour cream and everything that you add to them. So what I'm gonna do with these is I'm going to put them just like this on a baking sheet and roast them with avocado oil and salt and pepper, and that is all. There's no desserts, there's no cakes, there's no side of chips. Do you notice these are a little processed, I guess, but there's not a lot going on here that's processed. So you're gonna get more full, more nutrients, more fiber, and less of the preservatives, the sugar, the salt that you are when you do highly processed foods or takeout or restaurants. Did I ever hike when my kids were babies / toddlers, and how did I do it? Number one, we had baby carriers. Like I had a $20 Snuggly that I strapped to me and I put the babies in when they were 1 and under. And then older than that, I think we had some kind of carrier that I got at a garage sale or something. Maybe a Kelty, I'm not sure, but we didn't do anything that was longer than 4 miles. And a lot of the time it was like 2 to 3 miles, and it was this huge, like took all day kind of a situation. Like we would bring snacks and we would bring water and it would take forever. So it's just a process and you start really, really slow. Of course it helps to live in a place that has hiking in it. Hey.
Hey, we met at a gym, kinda.
Yeah, kind of.
We met at a meeting about being personal trainers.
What's your favorite expensive meal?
Prime rib.
He orders prime rib everywhere and you always complain about it. Like, no, you complain about it every time. You're like, I hate horseradish sauce. Ooh, it's gristly. Like, I've never seen you be like, this is amazing.
Oh, there was one or two
at
times.
Maddox, that's the only time you've been excited about it.
Yeah.
How has your fitness changed as the kids get older?
It did definitely get easier.
Well, first of all, they can be alone, right? So you don't have to have babysitters all the time. Like, I would go for a run at 5 in the morning. I'd be back at the house at 5:45. So then you could leave and drive to the gym and go lift.
Yeah.
Because we couldn't leave any of the kids alone, right? So the fact that they can be left alone is game changer. All things Idaho, recreation, kids, culture. I would say kids and culture, it's an extremely family-centric area.
Yeah.
And then as far as recreation,
Outdoors.
hunting, horseback riding, hiking, trail running, mountain biking, kayak, lakes,
Rock climbing,
skiing.
Anything that has to do with outdoors.
Yeah. Running tips / items / supplements on a budget. I thought that would be an appropriate question right now. because I'm testing out my straps on my running vest for the race. Check it out. Look at my poles. This is a lot of gear that you don't need for regular running. When I started regular running, it was like a pair of shoes and hand-me-down exercise shorts, hand-me-down like ratty t-shirts. I'm assuming most people also have one of these, so get some tunes. If you try running and you determine that you hate it, it's just because your playlists are not good yet. Supplement-wise, okay, I'm gonna say something that's gonna be truly shocking. Are you ready? You don't need supplements. It's true, you don't need them. Dave, do you need them?
You need food.
You need food. You need food and water. You don't need supplements. They can be helpful. I use them myself, but they're not necessary. So if you really want to start on a budget, just toss that out the window and do it later when it works into the budget. Makeup and skincare, you always look amazing and put together. First of all, thank you. I don't record when I first wake up because yikes. So I've been using this CeraVe, what is it? Resurfacing retinol cream for like, I don't know, like a year. Like this a lot. At night, I'll wash my face and use the CeraVe like night cream. And then I just started using the Osea, I think is how you say that. Ocean cleanser and hydraulic sea serum. So I'm gonna try these out, see if I like them. One of the most important things is sunscreen. Oh, that's a super nice bottle. And then there's that one. Sunscreen, one of the most important things there are. As far as makeup, I'm simple. I'm really, really simple, you guys. I like the Tarte Partey for blush and the Better Than Sex mascara and liquid eyeliner and this little bitty naked palette. And that's really it. Well, friends, we are off to the Wally Mart to pick up a few things for his backpacking trip and like one or two things for me. My face powder broke. I dropped it, shattered everywhere. So I'm gonna get a new, just like e.l.f., you know, powder thingy. And oatmeal cream pies. I'm gonna get oatmeal cream pies for my backpack for the race. I think it's brilliant, actually.
Could I grab a few?
No.
Lay off me, I'm starving.
State park you want to visit and explore that requires travel. I'm pretty sure this is a national park, but I've never been to Big Bend. I've heard it's amazing and it's in the middle of nowhere and there's nowhere to fly into, and wherever you fly into, you have to drive forever to get there. It's like really inconvenient to get to. How do you keep your hair so perfect? Once again, you don't see me in the morning or like right out of the shower. You guys, my hair is a disaster. If I don't do anything to it, I look like a freaking troll doll.
Thanks for sharing your unique perspective on things.
Was I personally invited to the Ramsey Influencer Conference? Yes, I was personally invited. There were about between 50 to 60 content creators that were invited personally to go for a couple of days. Dawn from The Minimal Mom was one of them. Crystal from Money Saving Mom. And then I met a ton of other people that I didn't know before, which was amazing. Of all social media platforms, you know, Instagram, there weren't very many TikToks, but Instagram, YouTube, blogging, podcasting. So that was really a cool experience. Has Dave reversed his pre-diabetes of some family members that potentially have it or have it? Yes, he did. Here's what he did. So number one, he quit eating so much processed food. Number two, he already exercises. But if you don't exercise, it's gonna be worse. Number two, he started focusing on more vegetables and lean proteins, and he started eating smaller meals more often throughout the day, which has really like stabilized his blood sugar a ton. We're here trying to find a poncho for Andrew, so we're in the camping section. What's my resting heart rate? Like at full rest, laying down, it's about 45. When did e.l.f. powder get to be like $11? Remember when it was 1, and then it was 3, and then it was 6, and now it's 11. Good grief. The CoverGirl is cheaper. I think we're gonna do the CoverGirl Translucent Light.
It is translucent in the sun.
Or am I translucent fair? I definitely have more of a pink tinge to my face. How to start a business, like YouTube, blog, whatever. My advice is just to start. Like, you're gonna make a lot of mistakes at the beginning. It's a learning process. It doesn't have to be perfect. I've been doing YouTube for 7 years, and those first videos, oh, so bad, so horrible. You learn in front of other people, which can be really hard and scary, but it's what we all do. Just start. Have I ever hiked in Canada? No. So my Walmart has removed all of the cashiers. It is 100% self-checkout, which first of all, I kind of hate. And second of all, I keep getting flagged at the checkout for restricted items. So like 2 weeks ago, I was getting a pocket knife because my son lost his pocket knife. Did you lose it?
Yeah.
What happened?
I don't know.
It just
vanished.
Yeah, it just vanished. He's going on this backpacking trip. It's nice to have a knife with you. So we were like, oh, just get a new pocket knife, no big deal. And we got flagged. Well, we just got flagged again because I was getting him, I thought it was the fuel for the backpacking stove. No, it's not the fuel that says dangerous and flammable and explodable.
Warning labels on it.
All over the thing. No, it's the little mini folding shovel that's this big. And the kid was like, there's a, he comes over with his little like alerty thing and he was like, so there's a shovel over here? He didn't know what it was. And I was like, oh, the shovel? So I pulled it out and he was like, this thing? So he did his whole like, who's buying it? Are you 18? And I was like, I'm over 18. You can't tell? And he was like, honestly, I can't tell. Which is probably the best compliment I've gotten in 5 years. I just want to throw that out there. That was fantastic. So the question is, how do you set up a business and then pay yourself for it? So setting up a business itself is actually really easy. You go to your state website, so mine would be like the state of Idaho, LLC setup or whatever, S Corp, C Corp, whatever you want to do. It's like a few forms online and you pay a fee and then you file your like business number with the IRS and they give you like a tax number, okay? Now that you have a tax number, you can go to a bank and set up a bank account. Now that you have all of this information and whoever is paying you for your business services, you can direct deposit into the business bank account and you can give them your tax information via the EIN number that the IRS is giving you. So out of your business account, you can now pay yourself. My tax planner explained it to me very, very easy. All she needs is I just transfer the money over like every month. Like I just set up a transfer. It's easy peasy. You can do it on QuickBooks. It's so easy to do on QuickBooks. I do that with my contractors, but for myself, I just transfer a certain dollar amount every month. And at the end of the year, I say, hey CPA, I paid myself XYZ dollars out of the business account to put on my W-2. She draws up the W-2 for that amount. I have it, boom, done.
There you go.
Hey, it is the next day. We're building the lasagnas over here and we're actually getting ready to leave right now for the race. This question is, how do you and your husband end a fight? The question is, how do we end a fight?
Well, you see this bloody lip I have?
Stop, the dog did that. That wasn't me. She was like, I'm on Christine's side. You have to calm down. If you're mad and you feel justified in your stance and you're not willing to like set aside your own ego and listen to the other person, and that goes for both sides, you will not solve a fight.
Whoever said don't go to bed angry is stupid.
Yeah, full of crepola.
Sometimes you just need to go to bed and get some sleep.
And get some distance.
But you gotta make sure you talk about it the next day.
What kind of camera do I use? The one I'm using right now is my favorite little vlog camera, the Canon G7X Mark II. Can the kids speak Spanish like you? No.
Not really.
Not really. Favorite places we've visited?
Okay, Merida, Mexico.
I loved Merida.
That one was fun.
Maui was fantastic.
Maui was pretty good.
I would go back to every island just to explore them all. What's your favorite all-time snack? Snack?
Snack?
Snack? Snack?
Do protein bars count?
That's not my favorite.
Okay, but that's what helps me curb my appetite. Otherwise, I eat garbage.
I love fruit and cheese. How did I get my kids to be great listeners?
If that's what people on this channel think,
oh my gosh, why do people think that?
we have given them the wrong impression. There's plenty of yelling and...
Parenting is hard. Can we just say that?
It's one of it is the hardest thing I've ever done.
Parenting is the hardest thing.
It's harder than marriage.
It is harder than marriage. I agree with you. That's not to say I don't adore my kids, and it's one of the most rewarding jobs I've ever done.
Yep.
But it is hard. Okay, did we grow up in a frugal household or did we choose it as an adult? Frugal household growing up for sure. You more than me.
If your family wasn't frugal in the 80s and 90s,
What were you even doing? What were you even doing? When are you going to do a husband and wife cook? Do they want to see us fight on camera? That's a horrible idea.
if I cook, I do it by myself.
Mid-year fitness goals update.
Wait till we get done with the race.
The race is tomorrow. The ultra run. This is what I'm gonna look like, except I'll be on the ground crawling.
Okay, we can really only see till September because we have end of August is the mountain bike race in Big Sky, Montana.
Yep.
And then like 2 weeks later, a week or two later, 3?
3 weeks later,
Lodoja.
I'm doing Lodoja. Okay, I am out of time. We've got to load this up, this lasagna up, throw stuff in the car. His sister's about to arrive, and we are off for a fun weekend. If you want to see the race footage, I think it'll be on your channel.
I think it's gonna be on my
I think it's gonna be on his channel. I'll leave it below if you want to go check that out. Don't forget the deal from Helix, 20% off your Helix mattress. Cannot recommend enough. A Helix mattress, 10 out of 10.
Amen.
Get those free pillows. Link below. We out.